I got a new light, something that could have made Priya's life a lot easier. Of late, I've been watching some detective shows and movies. Some of these were new, some of these were old timers, some of these were new renditions of old timers. Now, they have this one thing in common which irks me. The protagonist is an oversmart know it all. You know, the type who take a guilty pleasure in knowing that the audience or the person they are speaking to on screen is not particularly bright, because this gives them the opportunity to dish out random facts, okay, about objects, people, places, history, just so that the story can establish that yes, this is the main guy, he knows things, he's smart, and he'll solve the case. I never liked the implication that regular people were stupid. No wonder then that watching Sukshma Darshini was like a sip of cold lemonade after downing 4 buckets of hot fries. If you can relate to that analogy, maybe you should get your cholesterol checked. Under the Microscope is a Malayali thriller movie which has just made its way to OTT. It is set in a middle class neighborhood in the suburbs. Now it looks like the suburbs because all the houses are duplexes and semi landed properties with got so many trees. In fact, the trees play a big role in creating the suspense because imagine a thriller where everything is in plain sight. Not to mention the overly friendly neighbors, right? You don't get to see that in cities, thankfully. Manuel, played by Basil Joseph, moves into a house with his aged, ailing mother. Immediately, they become everyone's business, especially Priya's, who is their next door neighbor. Nazria Nazim plays Priya, which is a pretty big deal for her fans because this is her comeback movie after a break of 4 years. Now, if you're not very familiar with Malayali movie, let me tell you, Nazria is a big celebrity in the Malayali film industry, also in the Tamil film industry. She is also Fahad Fasil's wife. I didn't know that. But more importantly, she has a number of awards to her name and she is very talented. She is the central character of the movie, the Nancy Drew without the strawberry blonde hair. But she does have a best and who was the other sidekick? George? Priya is as realistic a heroine can get while maintaining aesthetics. So she is a trained microbiologist, but she's still looking for jobs. She is definitely no master of disguise, and she does not perform choreographed action sequences. And most importantly, she does not go around spewing facts that nobody asked for. Priya lives a normal, no drama life. She has friends, she likes to plan anniversary parties. Her USP is that she has 2020 vision, okay, maybe more than 2020 vision, and God is she nosy. She's the one who notices the discrepancies in Manuel's stories and, well, basically in Manuel, the entire man himself. The mystery revolves around Manuel's mother who goes missing. Amachi has Alzheimer's and she has somehow earned Priya's sympathy as well as suspicion. And now Priya is determined to solve the case. Nothing like some maternal vulnerability to make you emotional, is there? Okay, the screenplay and the background music does its bit to elevate the thrill factor of the movie. There were times when Priya's POV was the viewer's POV. It feels like it is you who's looking through the lens at whatever's happening in the movie. See, when movies generally apply this technique, it is to set up the audience, to prep them up for a jump scare. Okay, small little spoiler, there are no jump scares in this movie. None of that low effort shit. What makes this movie a rare good weekend watch is that it is able to make you feel a range of emotions without really forcing it on you. Like there's humor, but it's not slapstick. There's suspense, but it is not built with shaky cameras and unnecessary slow mos. There is anger that you feel because a societal vice is presented as the base of the entire crisis, but it is presented with subtlety. It is not sensationalized. And then you feel despair because the problem is, well, so close to reality. Now, this is important because somewhere in your subconscious, you feel validated. The filmmaker is not treating you like an idiot who can be appeased with cheap thrills. And the movie does not pander to the lowest common denominator. Okay, but wait. Did I feel any big emotions? No, I did not. And that's okay because I think the movie is meant as a light-hearted entertainment. I don't think the filmmakers wanted to send it to the Oscars or something. Black comedy takes intelligence and patience to appreciate. Which brings me to Basil being cast as Manuel. I mean, there's something about that man, okay? Even when he's not doing anything comedic, rather doing the opposite of comedic, you still feel like something funny is about to happen. I mean, something's up with his aura. What do you think? Since the movie clearly does not have any item numbers and fancy action sequences or VFX to hold your attention, it does the very difficult task of good filmmaking to keep you engaged. This movie reminds me of something Anurag Kashyap said in one of his interviews. I came across that on YouTube sometime back. That Malayalam filmmakers take foreign influences and localize it so beautifully to create something unique. Of course, there are plenty really good movies made in India, Bollywood also perhaps, but they've become so rare to come across in mainstream cinema. Another thing that makes Sukshma Darshini seem so authentic is that it embraces its roots, or say life in a small town, without overdoing it. Like, I've seen movies where, in order to show that, okay, these people live in a certain area in a certain region, they have to absolutely dress a certain way and follow certain traditions which people don't do in day to day life, maybe once a year on some festival. The characters are just like people you may actually know in real life and not like stage performers. In case you're wondering what I'm watching now, I'm watching the show called Black Warrant. I'm really liking it. I'll come out with a review soon and I'll see you then.